Hello, Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to be pulling 6 cards for you here to get an idea of the week that you are heading to for the week of May 31st to June 6th. Our first card here, Aquarius, is going to be where you're coming from. So this is like the pathway that you've been walking down. Our second card here is going to be the pathway going forward. So this is kind of like where you're heading, or like the kind of energy that you have moving forward. Here in the middle, we're going to pull 2 cards. The top one is going to be for any problems that you have, and the bottom card is for a solution to those problems. Towards the end, our first card here is going to be for any guidance that you need. And then right at the end, we have our outcome, of course, our destination. So where are we heading, Aquarius? Let's see what you have going on. So here, our first card in the area of where you've recently come from, we have the 7 of Cups. So maybe you were presented with a lot of different things. There are like a lot of pathways that you could have taken. There was a lot of people who came into your life you could have chosen from, maybe a lot of different jobs. Here we have the 6 of Pentacles for your energy that you have right now as moving forward. So a little bit of like a charitable energy here, or maybe there's somebody, this could be read like a lot of different ways. We'll kind of see like how this builds up with the rest of the reading. But this could be like, giving in charity or like receiving some kind of charity. And it could also be about like the hierarchy of charity as well. Like you have like these individuals in need, and like kind of like the power that the person like giving to them also exerts over them too. Here is a problem. We have a Tower card. So Aquarius, you might be going through some catastrophic, life-changing circumstances right now. And as your solution, we have the King of Wands. So maybe you need to kind of tap into more of like a boss energy to overcome some kind of problem that you're facing. And Aquarius, here we have the Wheel of Fortune for your guidance right now. So I think this could be saying, I don't think this is like an individual, of course, with the Wheel of Fortune, but I think that this could just be saying that just to kind of understand that these like catastrophes, they come and they go, and not to like stress out too much, not to like beat yourself up too much, basically, Aquarius. And here is the outcome. We have the 3 of Wands. So Aquarius, this reading is a little bit of a mess. I see you as going through like a lot at once. I think that you're experiencing life like head on right now. I don't think that you're overcoming one thing right now in particular. I don't think that there's like a relationship problem or a business problem or a school problem or like something with your friends or family. I think that you have like a lot of different things right now, and they're not really problems. You're just kind of like reassessing your life right now. I think that you're going through some sort of change, especially here with like the 7 of Cups. You have like so many options right now. You have like so many problems here you could be facing right now. You're kind of just deciding right now, though. I don't think that you've necessarily decided on like, oh, I want to like focus on this one battle, or I want to focus on this one opportunity, for instance. You kind of feel as though you have like all these options in the world right now. Here with the 6 of Pentacles card, you're kind of, I think that you're feeling like a little bit more charitable here with the 6 of Pentacles card, as far as like your utilization of like social power. Here with the King of Wands as a solution, this is just like tapping into some kind of like social power that you have, Aquarius. So you could be like a really gifted like speaker, or just like dealing with individuals, or like mediating different situations. And here with like the 6 of Pentacles, you could be mediating like a situation between just like opposing like parties right now, for instance. That's what I kind of see with this. I see like there's like a lot going on here, but there's also like a sense of clarity to this reading as well. I think that you feel really, really confident with yourself right now, Aquarius. This Tower card is a problem. I wouldn't see this as like with everything else going on in this reading, I don't see this as being necessarily catastrophic. I don't think that there's anything really bad going on in your life right now. But I think that there is like, sometimes in our life, it seems like there's these major like changes that happen to our lives, and like, but sometimes in our life it feels like there are these major changes that occur to us without us really processing it or understanding it. It's not like, oh, like a big like breakup, or like somebody in your family dies, or you lose a job, or like you maybe don't get accepted into a certain school. Those can all be like Tower moments, for instance. But I see this as more of like some like undercurrent. There's some big changes happening that are not like breaking up the foundations of your life, but they're just kind of shifting things around. I think that you're beginning to feel a little bit more confident with yourself. I think that you're starting to be able to use your social power here to like render a lot of like good and justice into the world, Aquarius. That's what I'm kind of seeing. I think that you've spent a long time building up, like I talked before about maybe some kind of like ability to talk to people, to mediate situations. I think that you've had that ability for a long time through like communication, Aquarius, but now you're finally able to like apply it. You kind of know like what you want to apply it to now, rather than like all of these different things that you could apply it to. So this is pretty positive to see. With the Wheel of Fortune here, you kind of understand like life is going on. The wheel keeps on turning. You're gonna like have like these conflicts that you need to mediate, but you're not dwelling on it for too long. So that's very good to see. There's like a lot of energy here. It's just like moving on to like the next thing. You're not like focused on one thing right now, Aquarius. So that's very positive to see. I really like to see that, just like a lot of energy in a reading, a lot of like forward momentum. And that's what I see here. Sometimes I kind of break up my readings. I'm like, oh, like these cards kind of come together to tell a story, or like these cards come together with like a certain energy. Right now, the energy that I'm feeling is like, it's really kind of like this. It's like, we have like all these cards here, and then like the Tower is like very distinct from like the rest of them, but there's like this great like movement of energy here, especially from here in the past. You didn't know like what you're gonna put your goal, your experience towards. So I feel like you're really good at like, I'm really feeling a mediation, like some kind of like communication skills that you have, some kind of like diplomacy that you're able to utilize right now, Aquarius. So you didn't know what you're gonna apply it to, but then like you maybe came across this situation where it's like, oh, my skills here, they work perfectly. I was able to mediate some like bad situation between two parties. And because of that, here you are exerting your social power. Great to see. And now you're starting to put like the gears into motion. Like really here with like the Wheel of Fortune, like really starting to put things into motion for yourself. And because of that, you're kind of rendering the Three of Wands here. I see like a lot of confidence for you, Aquarius. So this is like a very positive reading. This is really cool to see. We have like the rabbit here with like the three wands kind of overlooking the ocean with like the ship sailing off. And this can just be about like, you know, that you don't necessarily need to like head forward on like some big, so there's some big conflict or something. You can just like send other people out to do it. Not like it's like dirty work or anything. They're not like doing like your dirty work for you. But you just kind of understand that like you understand your role in things. You understand that you're here to mediate some kind of problems or situations. So I could see you being in a position right now where you're able to utilize your communication and social abilities to like great success, Aquarius. So I really like to see this. This is a really cool reading, especially with the movement of energy here. You're kind of like in like a stellar like flow right now, Aquarius. So that's really cool to see. You're not bogged down with like this potential Tower moment. It's just something, there's a big change here happening in your life. And I think the big change here is just like you've become like super confident. You have like this great flow now. And maybe it's like casting away like these old worries in your life. So great reading, Aquarius. If this resonated with you, please check out your moon and rising as well. And also like and subscribe this video to get more of our content. Thank you.